Soon as you enter, this is the view that you get to see from the top of the waterfall. To reach to the bottom of the waterfall would take you about 20 minutes as it's a little steep.
Sorry, man.
Our next stop was the Luwak Coffee Estate. This is where they show you how the Luwak coffee is obtained. So this is the Luwak animal. They are fed these coffee beans and they get fermented in its stomach, and when it's excreted, this is what it looks like. It's the Luwak coffee poop. They are then thoroughly washed and cleaned and dry roasted for about an hour. The coffee beans are then finely ground and sieved, and this is what you get. At the end of the tour, you get to taste different types of tea and coffee. You also have a store where you can go and purchase what you like. We then headed to one of the most famous temples, the Tanalot Temple, and we were here to watch the sunset. We then headed to our hotel in Seminyak. This was our bedroom and this was our washroom. We then had a small sit out with the kitchen and the pool. We then spent our evening at the Beach Walk shopping center, which is just adjacent to Kuta Beach. Then it was time for some street food, so we headed to the Devi Food Center. It is about a 10-minute ride from the Kuta beach. So next morning we headed out for the full day tour to Nusa Penida Island. Since we had booked a package, we had a driver pick us up from our hotel and transport us to Seminyak beach first. So we had our ferry from Seminyak beach at 8:15 am to Nusa Penida. The entire ride would take you about 45 to 50 minutes. Once you reach Nusa Penida, you have a private car that takes you to the 4 major beaches on the island, the first being the Kelinkin beach. So this is the beautiful view from the top. If you want to go to the bottom of the beach, the trek would take you about an hour and 2 hours to get back up again. The roads here are really bad and it would take you a minimum of 30 to 40 minutes to reach the next beach. Our next stop was Angel's Billabong. Since there was a high tide, we were really not allowed to go down to the beach. Our next stop was Broken Beach. The blue waters and the magnificent view make up for the tiresome journey and the bad roads. Our final stop was the Crystal Bay Beach. Here you are allowed to go snorkeling, take a dip in the water, or simply just soak up the sun. Next morning for breakfast, we had the famous smoothie bowls from a place called Cafe Organic. We then headed to Discovery Shopping Mall, which is close to Kuta Beach. We spent our day there shopping, having some local delicacies, tried some really good smoothies, and watched the sunset there. We had heard so much about the mighty pork ribs served at Naughty Noodles, and since it was our last day there, we really didn't want to miss out on it, so we went there for dinner. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, share and subscribe to my channel.